Here are 3 effective exercises on how to master open chords and start playing the guitar the way that you actually want to. My name is Dylan Andrews. I've been teaching for 10 years, and over that time I have taught hundreds and hundreds of students on how to play the guitar. And one of the first things guitar players struggle with learning is open chords, like the G chord, the C chord, A minor, getting these clean, consistent, where there's no gaps or pauses between them. This is the hardest thing for people when they start out. And I want to make this video and show you how I get my students to learn and get over this hump really, really quickly. First open chord exercise I want to share with you is something I call mastery cells. What you're going to do is you're going to take a 4-chord progression. Let's say it's E minor, A minor, C, and G. Alright? Now the mistake that people make is they usually try to just play these over and over and over and over until they get it. Now, this way of practicing does work. The problem is that it takes forever, and usually people get so frustrated they give up before you even get the result. So a better way to learn is take bite-sized pieces of it. And what you're going to do is what the mastery cells are, is you're going to break them up into little cells. So the first cell that you're going to do is only chords 1 and 2. This will work for any chord progression that you're going to go through. So let's say we're doing E minor and A minor as the first 2 chords. So you're just going to focus on those 2 chords with whatever strumming pattern you have. Another great thing to do is to isolate the hand. So do just left hand for a while. And then get that down. Then maybe just do right, do the strumming, and then try them. And if you've liked this video so far, please like and subscribe so you can get more tips on how to learn the guitar quickly. The next cell is going to be chords 2 and 3. So in this example, we'll do A minor and C. Isolate them if you need to, and try to look for, am I being the absolute most efficient? Are my fingers flying off? If so, try to keep them down. Then after that, the next cells do chords 1 through 3, so now we combine them. So we've now got E minor, A minor, and then C. And remember again, this is going to work with any chord progression, not even just open chords. You can use this for bar chords, open 7th, 7th chords, whatever chords you learn down the road, this is an excellent way to learn any type of chord progression. After you've done chords 1 through 3 and completed that cell, then you're going to do chords 3 through 4. So in this case, we're going to do C to G. So isolate the hands, play together. Alright, and that is the next cell, 3 to 4. Now we've only got 2 cells left. What we're going to do now is combine everything, 1 through 4. So now you play all chords, and if there's anything wrong, just go back to a cell. That's completely fine. And you don't have to complete one cell to move on. Let's say you're working on chords 1 and 2 and it's taking forever. We'll go on to the next one and then come back. Jumping around is completely okay. But after you've done all 4 chords together, there's one more cell to do. The last cell is to do all 4 chords again, but multiple times in a row. So can you do it 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row? Your brain is trying to take in all of this information. And if you do all of the chords at once, you're just overloading your brain and it can't really focus on one thing at a time. So this is why the learning process is so slow. When you limit what you're doing and you limit the amount of data your brain is taking in at once, you will learn so much faster. Exercise number 2. To get open chords down, one of the biggest problems is that the fingers don't come down at the exact same time. They come down one at a time. And eventually you want them all to come down at the exact same time. So a way to train this is you're going to go to a chord, pick any 2 chords, and then you're going to go from that chord to the next one very slowly, making sure that all of the fingers land at the exact same time. Now, this is going to be real slow, all right? And it's going to be tough because you're trying to reprogram some neural pathways in your brain to get your fingers to move the right way. But do this for 5 minutes a day and your fingers will start to come down at the same time. The last exercise I have for you is going to get rid of a common problem, is how to remove gaps between chords. A very common thing that beginners do is they are playing, and what they do is they stop the right hand, they make sure the left is there, down, ready to go, and then they start strumming again. So it looks like something like this. This is a big mistake. What you're doing is you are training the right hand to develop a bad habit and the left. So what's going on is because this hand is slow, and it makes sense why it has more to do, but because this hand is slow, you're telling this hand to wait on it. So this hand is now becoming late because this hand is. So this is like becoming a bad influence on this hand. You want to reverse it. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep the right hand moving even if the left hand is late. Because what that's going to do is it's going to keep time, and it's also going to force your left hand to move faster. I've seen many students remove the problem of gaps immediately just by implementing this. But if it still doesn't go away, what you can do is do just a one strum on the next chord. So let's say you're doing a common strumming pattern like this. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Well, what I'll do is I do that on the first chord, and I just do a one strum on the next one, trying to get there on time. And if it's still off time and it's not getting there, then isolate the hand and do more left hand practice, switching so that you can develop that speed. But I hope you got a lot out of this video and learned a few new things. Comment below which exercise you feel like was the most helpful, and I will see you at the next one.